Hey, Lisa. Hello? Can you hear me? One second. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, now we got sound. For a second there, I was about to type to you and say, can you hear me? Okay, so you can hear me. Excellent. So, first of all, welcome to the interview. This should only take 50 minutes of your time. And what can I say? We got a great movie coming up, don't we? In June, Jason Rising.
June 13th.
Yeah, Sunday instead of Friday 13th.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. I mean, obviously, one of the big challenges with this film was, COVID-19, which everyone has been dealing with. So we had to push back that date a few times. And I'm not sure why they nailed down June 13th. I mean, it's still a 13 at least, but I think that it would have been pushing it back too far if they waited for a Friday the 13th. You can check my math on that, but that's what I would assume.
I agree. I agree. Hey, and we waited so long for this movie. What can I say? I have as a fan and as an interviewer too. So let's talk about a little bit about your character. I know you can't give me the whole scoop on it because that is letting the kitty cat out of the bag, but a small little thing on your character. You play Serena Patrick.
I do. I do. Serena, she's kind of a complicated character. You kind of have to, as an actor, create more of an elaborate backstory than you're given on your character. But simply, she's in prison at the moment. She's serving 10 years in prison for armed robbery and assault. And then you'll see what happens there. But there's I am in prison with two other prisoners, that female prisoners, where I kind of convinced them to do my bidding in my best interest. So I'm a little bit of a manipulative character when it comes to, I'm just trying to get what I need. And you know when you take on a character like this, you're given only so much from the writing and from the director, and it's kind of up to you as an actor to really personify that person, give them a real backstory and a detailed backstory, so that regardless of how much the audience is really seeing, you have depth as a character, and why you're doing what you're doing, and you're, as an actor, you're really connecting with that. Obviously, maybe not obvious, but I have never actually been to prison. But when I took that character and created this backstory for her, I then made her actions real to me as a person. Why would I be doing this? Why would I be desperate enough to be doing this or that? How could me as a normal person go get into this situation where I'm in prison? And so you create a really realistic backstory to really bring that character to life and make it realistic to you as a person too. So it's kind of you as a person combined with that role, really, in the end. So yeah.
Well, I like the way you put that. That's pretty cool. What can I say? And I saw the trailers for Jason Rising. I don't know if that's you in the beginning, and if it is, you can't tell me anyways. But I want to guess that's you in the beginning. That basically tells the story on. It could be. It may not be. I mean, do not give me a yes or no here. I'm just guessing. I'll find out on Sunday, June 13th. Okay, so but I mean, that could be. I could be talking to that person right now, and if so, that's cool too. Also, the amount of people that you're going to be working with on this film is phenomenal. I mean, Anna Campbell, Deputy Eve Glover. Oh my god, I interviewed her. Evelyn Gail as Linda. Is it Linda? Is it Linda? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You invite her. Hold on. She's here. Hold on. Okay. One
I think
second.
she's here.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the road. Let's see. She's coming in. All right. She come. Hello. Wait.
There
Okay.
she is.
Wait till she connects here.
Hello.
Hello.
We
How
were
are
just
you,
talking about
Evelyn
you.
Gail? Welcome back. I've
Hi.
interviewed you a while back.
Yes.
Okay. How are you? It's good to see you in person.
Yeah, you too. I mean, well, no, you're
My
not
goodness.
here, but it's good to see you, Lisa.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, cool. Well, good to see you in person in the Zoom thing. We're not actually in person due to COVID. But hey, this is better than nothing. What can I say? And welcome. What can I say? My goodness, great to talk both of you. Now, last time I talked to Evelyn Gail, she was telling me about her character, and my goodness, just refresh my memory here. Evelyn, tell me a little bit about your character again.
Well, I grew up in New Jersey, and I am basically rescuing my sister who just broke out of prison. Bad girl. And that's pretty much my mission.
Okay, excellent. That's pretty cool. And just like Lisa here, you guys are going to be working with a lot of great people in this movie. I mean, Dan Kyle, who is playing Jason, my goodness, Jerry Bell Jr., who's playing Bear. And I've always said this in every Friday 13th fan film interview I've done. Friday 13th is the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
Oh, definitely, absolutely. So I mean, and the more of these Friday 13 fan films that are made, the better it's going to be. And we've waited a long time for this Friday the 13th fan film. What can I say? And I'm sure Lisa would agree here too.
We have. It's been a long journey. It has definitely been a long journey. I would say that's definitely one of the more challenging things about filming this was just a lot the time in between takes, during COVID and having to just pause everything for months on end and then pick up. As an audience, you won't see that piece of it, but from the actor's standpoint, I mean, we would sometimes film and then have to wait months to film the rest of that same scene just because of everything that happened with the pandemic and having to just push things back. So it's definitely been a very long journey for us. And yeah, you won't see that as an audience, but just a little peek into the actor's experience.
Right on, right. And how are you ladies actually, if I may ask, how are you ladies coping with COVID-19 and this terrible pandemic?
Say that one more time. You cut out just a little bit on my end.
Okay, let's try again. How are you ladies coping with COVID-19 and this terrible pandemic?
You want to go first, Evelyn?
Sure. I mean, I think probably not the best, but maybe better than some. I feel very lucky that because I work in the entertainment industry and the film industry, that I qualified for unemployment, that it's able to keep me afloat, so I don't have to be, out there suffering as much as I probably would be otherwise. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. The entire industry just, completely shut down overnight. And then it's really been, definitely not the easiest thing to come back with all the COVID restrictions. It's very difficult for a lot of, smaller independent films to actually live up to the standards and be able to provide like an incredibly safe working environment. So, yeah, but I also volunteer as a medic. So I was one of the lucky ones to get vaccinated sooner than most. So I've been able to, feel a little bit safer being out in the world and working with people. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's been challenging, but it's, a good challenge, I suppose.
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. I'm actually getting vaccinated this Thursday, which I'm very proud to say. So
Congratulations.
thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate that.
We
Besides, if I may ask, besides Jason Rising, let's start with you first, Lisa. Are you working on any projects that you can speak of? If not, I mean, that's cool too, but never hurts to ask.
Totally. Well, I think, as actors, we're always kind of dabbling in different projects. Jason Rising is definitely the biggest thing coming up that's going to be coming out this year. But yes, dabbling in some projects, also a lot of local things here. I also work a lot in the commercial market in the Portland metro area. So yeah, a lot of other kind of local things here. Nothing I can specifically speak on right now, but I'll let Evelyn go.
I have a couple of things coming up, but yeah, again, nothing's really like set in stone. So I'd feel a little bit maybe remiss trying to plug things that I'm not positive are going to happen yet. There are a lot of things that were going to be filmed that were put off due to COVID-19 that are possibly coming around, but folks are kind of trying to scrounge for budget that was out there and now has kind of dried up. And then, yeah, still just auditioning and, talking to people, writing things. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm really glad to hear that. And I believe that even during COVID-19, it's important for all of us to keep ourselves busy, keep up with our mental health, get some exercise, do what we love doing. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for these interviews, I would have been bored right out of my mind. I have to say. I wouldn't have, mind you, I wouldn't have went out of my mind, but I would have been bored out of my mind because I feel it's important that we keep ourselves busy, keep ourselves active, and keep up with our mental health too.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's almost, I mean, what I would say for this industry, obviously we've had to completely pivot into a different way of doing things, right? Our audition process is all through Zoom, for your initial auditions, even callbacks for the most part are through Zoom. So it's definitely been a big pivot, but being able to also get back into filming a project like Jason Rising and finishing that project was just amazing for me personally, going from being on Zoom and getting callbacks on Zoom, and which was great that our industry was able to pivot that way, almost reaching more people and more talent. I was getting more auditions almost from my agent just because they're able to audition a lot more people because it's just through Zoom. You're not all actually driving in and coming in person, but that can get a little bit exhausting too, doing it through Zoom and being able to just go back and be in person and see. I know when Evelyn and I shot our last day together, we were so excited because we know each other through just the acting industry in Portland as well. A lot of us knew each other prior to doing this film, and it was so exciting to be able to come back and film. And most of us are also vaccinated, so things like somewhat a little bit starting to get back to normal. It feels really good because there really isn't a substitute to being in person when you're doing this type of craft. It's so personal and it's so much about reaction to what's happening from the other person. It's really hard to capture that through a screen on Zoom. So personally, I'm so excited to just start even a little bit getting back into in-person auditioning and doing as much as we can do in person in the acting industry. So
wow, that'll be great too when that does take place, of course, But once again, ladies, congratulations on your parts in this great movie. I am super proud of you. And what can I say? A big thank you to James Sweet, the director of this great film. James, right on, man. And Lisa and Evelyn, thank you so much for joining me today. I super appreciate it. All the best, she is. And I look forward to seeing this movie on the 13th of.
Yay!
Yes.
That's
June
to you too, Jack.
Take
Yep.
care. Take care,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thanks so much. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.